All right, family. Welcome to our Thank God I Didn't Quit mindset episode. And love reading these books. I love teaching this. I'm reading this for me. I'm hoping you guys get some out of it. This is December. We're reading this Psycho-Cybernetics. Let's get right into it. On page 84, you never know until you try. It is the job of rational, conscious thought to examine and analyze incoming messages. Most of us are subjected to negative suggestions every day. If our conscious mind is working on the job, we do not have to accept them blindly. It ain't necessarily so is a good motto. So, teammates, that's my insight. If your conscious mind is on the job, like paying attention to what's going on, you should be questioning any negative thought that's basically saying to yourself, and I can't do something. Because that is not true. Why can't I do it? Why can't I do it? You may look kind of crazy. Somebody see you talking to yourself, but it's really what it boils down to is why can't I do it? Like this negative thought just came from some other place and said, it got into my head and said, you telling me I can't do something? Well, why can't I do it? If you saying I can't, that's not necessarily true. That's point number one. Is make sure your conscious mind is on the job and is analyzing these thoughts that are passing through. Woo-hoo-wee. All right. Don't you love this stuff? Number two, it is the job of the conscious, rational mind to form logical and correct conclusions. I failed once in the past, so I'll probably fail in the future. It is neither logical nor rational. To conclude I can't in advance without trying and in the absence of any evidence to support the inevitability of failure is not rational. We should be more like the man who asked if he could play the piano. He said, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? He asked. I've never tried. Teammates, listen to that. That's point number two. Point number two is to conclude you can't without trying. Try it out. Look, especially the younger you are. People say they describe themselves. I'm not a salesperson. I hear that every day. When some people aren't, I give them that. But not everybody. Some people just haven't tried. Or you have a negative connotation or negative thought in your head about how well you would do based upon somebody else's experience. That is not true. Insight number two. Give it a try. Almost everything deserves a try. You don't even know if you like it if you don't try it. If it's positive, try it. All right, let's go. If it's positive, try it. I love that. All right, number three. Decide what you want and not what you don't want. Decide what you want and not what you don't want. Decide what you want and what you don't want. And what you don't. All right, now he's going on to say, and I thought this was good. I had a personal experience with this, with a leader that I was, at his event, and we were having dinner, and I brought up an idea that I thought, and he said, well, that may be true, but I don't think about that. Basically saying, I'm choosing not to think about that scenario. I don't think about that day to day, and I'm not getting ready to now. I love that idea. If someone brings something to you, that ain't even nothing that you want to consider. I don't even want to discuss it. I don't want to think about it. It may sound rude. You may have to make him figure out a nicer way to say it, but you can choose what to think about. Listen to this. He said, when President Eisenhower was the general before that he was General Eisenhower in World War II, he was asked what would have been the effect on the Allied cause if the invasion troops had been thrown back into the sea from the beaches of Italy. It would have been very bad, he said, but I never allow my mind to think in that way. Teammates, that's insight number three, is what are you allowing your mind to think? Or I think a better way to say it is you get to choose what you allow your mind to think. Oh, internet, think about that. Look at that from the outside. Like, get out of your body and look at that. It's like, what? You get to choose what you allow yourself to think. Boy, this stuff is good. That's insight number three. I hope you guys are getting something out of this book because it is blessing my soul. Formal education pay your living, but self-education pay your fortune. You better get excited.